Hi guys. Thanks and welcome back to the Kiki La Chanteuse channel, where it's a little bit of everything in my life. I'm sorry I haven't sat down and talked about a topic lately. And I want to apologize for that. That was never my intention, was to prolong any kind of topic conversation or anything along those lines. One of the reasons why I have been a little off of my channel is because next month on the 10th is the 1 year anniversary of my accident. And I'm kind of dealing with some of the situation that kind of pop up from that. And today I think I'm going to kind of talk about that. I'm not going to talk in finites or anything along those lines. What I am going to talk about is when it comes to some of the situations that you deal with. Like I said, for me, the anniversary of the accident is 3 weeks away, and the entire month of January has seemed to go very, very slowly. And part of that is because I'm thinking a lot about that and what that means for me and stuff like that. So kind of one of the situations is that I'm having some reservations about is where am I at in my process of dealing with this all and learning from it and growing with it. In 12 months, I have lost friends. And I think part of that has to do with nobody wants to be around a disabled person. It's not like, it's hard. It's hard. Our moods fluctuate, especially when you're not born with a disability. You are placed into a situation where you are disabled at a pivotal part in your life. I'm 31 years old. And at 31, you're just kind of coming into what you really want for your life as an adult. I was in a really good place at the time of my accident. I had a good job. I was head of security at a nightclub in San Francisco. Had a boyfriend. Had a really good place to live. Had an awesome roommate, a housemate, and had a dog that I loved, and a great little car, and you know, of course, in life, there's always things that we want to change. You know, it'll be things like, oh, I wish I had more money. I wish I lived in a better place. I wish I had a better car, all this stuff like that. And of course, we all think those things. But in reality, I was in a really good place. The burlesque community was embracing me, and though I didn't perform as much as I had wanted to, I was getting there. And at the time of the accident, I will say it still does feel like my life has come kind of to a screeching halt. But not in the way that a lot of people think. Most people, when you say, oh, my life's come to a screeching halt, their first perception is that you literally have nothing going on. But for somebody like me who was extremely active and now has to rely on other people for certain things, it can be very life-altering. I haven't worked in a year, and that's hard for me. I'm lucky. I have parents who have taken care of me physically and financially. So I'm lucky in that sense. But the room behind me that I stay in is at my parents' home. Disability only lasts for so long. You know, I don't want to be permanently disabled. I don't want to file for that. I can go back to work. There are situations out there that make it hard. People don't want to hire a disabled person. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. I'm looked at as broken in the job market. And so they see me and they don't see the potential and all the experience and all the know-how that I have. All they see is somebody who's physically disabled. Can I lift 40 pounds? Yeah, but it ain't gonna be pretty. You know, can I handle answering the phones? Yes. There are programs out there like the Department of Rehabilitation. It's a long and lengthy process to start working with them. I am, but it is long. And I think at the 1 year anniversary of my accident, I had hoped to be in a different place. I hoped my arm was going to start working. I hoped that I would be back to work, if not necessarily doing what I was doing before, but still being a productive member of society. I hoped I would have moved back out of my parents' house. It's hard to come and make some strides and realize that there's a lot of things still missing. I lost a lot of friends. When the accident first started, everybody and their mother was there to help and be supportive and be there in one way or another. But what I have noticed is that as time goes on, as somebody who's disabled, you end up almost feeling forgotten about. Not necessarily that I want people to hover over me and to constantly ask me if I'm okay or constantly try to do stuff, but it can be almost a little bit like coming off a drug. You feel all the love and support from everybody around you. And then one day you wake up and those people aren't driving out to see you anymore or calling to check and see if you're okay. Situations can be difficult for me. I have a big problem driving on the freeway. I'd rather much take public transportation into the city of San Francisco because I live so close to San Francisco in California. People have forgotten a little bit that I have a pretty wide set of restrictions that I have to work with on a daily basis. And yeah, that's, it's a little hard. It's also hard to acknowledge that that those situations can be so daunting. One of the things I'm struggling with right now is that I just want to be in a different place in my life. Like I said, I'm 31 years old. I shouldn't be living at home. I shouldn't be having to ask my mom and dad for money to be able to go out to food with my friends or to put gas in my car or to go to the movies, things that you don't think of. But yeah, it's kind of the struggle. I know probably the next 3 weeks are going to be rough. They're going to be really rough. But yeah, So that's kind of the topic for the day. I know it kind of sounds like me just ranting and raving about my situation, and I apologize for that. But it's kind of the long and short of dealing with this. It's an emotional roller coaster. I will not lie to you about that. But what I can say is that a situation like this lends itself to pushing you beyond the limitations of even what you thought was even feasible possible. And sometimes they're good days and sometimes they're bad days. Lately for me, it's been a lot of bad days. I will not lie about this fact that this is not easy, and this is full. It's fraught with emotions of emotional roller coasters and whatnot, and it can take some time. It can take a long time to really kind of figure it all out. Like I've said in all my other posts, I'm not a doctor. I don't specialize in anything. This is literally my opinions, my thoughts, my situations, and take them as you will. Take them for what they are. They're simply my truths. If you get anything out of any of the videos I post, I'm happy that I am helpful. I don't know what my next topic will be. If you guys have any requests, please feel free to ask. I will probably add some more singing videos and maybe some more performance videos of performances, the most recent performances and things like that. And yeah, I hope you guys all have a wonderful evening. I have taken up enough of your time, and hit subscribe to my channel so that you get updated on all of the fun little videos that I post about my life. Yep. So don't forget that subscribe button's down below. Okay. Have a wonderful night, guys.